Hi, welcome back to Harmonize Your Life, conversations on self-care for women of color with your host, Dr. Toni G. Alvarado. I'm so glad to have you here with us this month. This is the month of July. It is the month of July. July is a pivotal point in the year. It is the seventh month of the year. And oftentimes, this is a vacation month for a lot of families and individuals, for a lot of people, because the number seven is the number for rest. It is also a time where many people go on sabbatical, go on vacation, go away, or just rest, take a break from their usual work and duties. And I'm so delighted this month that I'm entering into a sabbatical season this month, starting July 1st through August 31st. I will be on a 2-month sabbatical as I am walking through a season of grief. Many of you know that I recently lost my mother back in May, and we funeralized her just a little over a month ago. And so I'm going to take some time away. But before I step fully away, I wanted to take time to have some women come into the podcast studio with me and lead us through this month, through the month of July, with some very intriguing conversations. And I want you to just stay tuned. I'll be right back with our first guest for the month. Well, let me introduce our guest for today. I know that you're going to be blessed by our conversation. Sheila Agnew McCoy is a certified personal trainer who specializes in senior and women's fitness and corrective exercise, which is a specialized training in human movement assessment to correct body imbalances. Sheila has been an advocate for senior fitness for over 19 years. She is passionate about teaching physical fitness, healthy lifestyles, and life balance application to active adults. She was inspired to become a personal trainer after recognizing a gap in training for older adults and the need for specialized training to fit different levels and abilities. She conducts one-on-one group classes and online training with concentration on workouts that improve strength, toning, stability, and encourages people to focus on living a better quality of life. Sheila subscribes to the wellness concept that includes total body awareness of mind, body, and soul, and says focusing only on one area will not complete you. She has inspired men and women over 40 through health and fitness coaching, inspirational books, workshops, seminars, and self-development programs since 1999. Her dedication and ability to provide outstanding health and fitness training to active adults has been the key to her success in the industry. Her highly active online Facebook community, Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults, provides a format for men and women to receive daily workout tips, food recipes, health information, and motivation. Y'all know I'm loving all of this, right? She is an author of 2 inspirational books, all about the vets, a sharing of life experience for women over 40, and Dear Blank, Are You Missing Your Calling? Both available on Kindle. Prior to the fitness industry, Sheila was a successful entrepreneur in the party and events industry, providing event management and decorating for corporate and private events. Outside of the fitness industry, Sheila is a commercial print model and actress. She's gorgeous too. She holds a BS in business administration, Chicago State University, an MBA in leadership from Walden University, and personal training certifications from National Association Sports Medicine, NASM, and Silver Sneakers certified. Sheila, welcome to the Harmonize Your Life podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to this conversation.
Thank you for being here with us. Sheila, so
Yeah.
talk to us today. Our podcast conversation today is on fitness for women 50 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Fitness for women 50 plus. Over both of us are over 50. I
Yeah,
just
I'm
turned
way over 50.
I just turned 58.
Okay, great for you.
I just turned 58 on my last birthday on May 16th
Okay.
this
And
year.
you know how old
No, I don't. I
you
just
don't
know
know
you're
how old I
fabulous.
am? I thought you knew how old I was.
No.
I am 70 years old.
Oh, Lord, Sheila, I did not know that. Look at that. I knew that you
I
were over 50,
I
and I
thought
follow you on Instagram. And so
right.
I know you're doing the 50 plus thing. 70.
I just turned 70 this year. God is good.
Girl, what is in your recipe? I need to know what you drinking, what you eating. I see your fitness workouts, so I'm following you. I'm right behind you, girl.
Okay. Well,
I'm
you're
right.
doing great too. You're doing great too. I'm proud of you.
Well,
But yeah,
I want to look like you when I'm 70.
well, you know what? Um, I I started with the women over 50 thing or 40 and 50 actually because I saw a gap in training and a gap in some of the things that we wanted to do, and that we were kind of like not getting that. I'm in the gym, I'm working out, and I'm like, okay, I don't think they should really be doing that, or the person is trying to tell the trainer something and the trainer is not listening.
Uh-huh.
And I would bring friends to the gym, and one day a young trainer there, he said, because I was just working out, he said, you should be a trainer. And I said, what? I was 64 at the time.
Wait a
And
minute.
he
So
said,
you transitioned to being a trainer at 64?
I started at 64. I actually officially became certified at 65.
Oh my God. Now you know you are just like you helping me. You are helping me because I just recently got certified in health and wellness coaching. And
Right.
there's a fitness component. And I've had people ask me, are you trying to become a fitness trainer? And I go, no, I'm not trying to be a fitness trainer. I just want to help people develop their plan for health and wellness, a holistic plan for health and wellness. I want to do that kind of coaching. I don't see myself necessarily being in the gym showing people how to do exercises, but you're giving me some ideas here. At 64, you became a personal trainer.
Personal trainer. And he said, well, you know what? You should be a trainer. You'd be good at it. I said, really? He said, yeah. And I thought about it, and it fit kind of. I had just finished working with an organization doing for over 40 women, and I would do seminars and workshops and events. And I also had written a book. It's called All About the Vets, a sharing of life experiences for women of honor, in which veterans means long life experience in this case, but
Okay.
vet rather. It means long life experience. But
Right.
I saw it fit in. It worked with what I was doing. I'm like, oh, okay. Because you know what? I believe as long as the wheel keeps turning, then you have to keep going. And I'm not one that stops at I reinvent myself. I don't ever stop. I reinvent whatever
Yeah.
it is. So
Yeah.
so I think it's a great idea, and there's room at the top for you. So you definitely should do that. If you notice, a lot of older people are into fitness now,
I know.
or they're taking care of their bodies more.
Yeah.
And they need to know. Like I have specialties. My specialty is senior fitness specialist and women's specialist, and now I do the corrective exercise because I see there are a lot of people doing knee surgeries and hip
Okay.
surgeries, and even diagnosis with cancer and
Yeah.
diabetes. And so, we need to get back into track once we get hit with those kind of things.
Yeah, because as we go through life, we never know. I was just talking to a girlfriend earlier today, and she was, and I'm going to recommend you to her. because she's dealing with a shoulder injury. And she was saying to me today that, it's because I could hear it in her voice. I said, you don't sound right. Something's going on in your voice. And she said, it's just this shoulder thing. I'm in constant pain. And she said, I think I'm maybe getting a little depressed about it. And so she's looking for what she can do to correct it. And she was reading up on it, and it doesn't seem like she's finding any information on how it can improve. So I'm going to recommend you to her. And she's in her 60s, 65 to be, I believe she's 65 or 66, somewhere around there. And so I'm going to recommend her to you, because when you say corrective exercises, as we get older, and that's what this conversation is about, fitness for women 50 plus, because there are things that hit our lives, hit our bodies as we get older.
Right. And there's no, it just, like I tease some of my clients, I said, I know, what's wrong with you today? They come in, I said, what, you just woke up and got out of bed? They said, yeah, because a lot of times that's what happened. You just get up and you feel that whatever that is, maybe your leg is hurting or your blood's not circulating right. And so you need that encouragement. And I get, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with younger trainers, because there's some greater ones. But what I found with my clients is I was able to identify with a lot of things that they were going through. And that kind of helped them when they know. Yeah.
Yeah, like this week, I woke up this week, and my sciatic nerve was bothering me. And but when after I went walking, the pain went away.
Right, because you have to move.
After I did my 5-mile walk.
Right. That's the thing is, and you talk about walk. I have a class that I do on Monday and Wednesday, an online fun and fit class, and I was telling the people that you guys, not you, but guys are out here. People are out here paying people money to tell them how to walk. And I said, I've been talking about walking for 40 years. It's free 99. Just get your shoes on and get out and walk. Don't pay people money. Right, free 99. Don't pay nobody to tell you how to walk and that you need to walk. Okay, because I'm telling you, free information. Get out and walk. Now, that's not the only thing you need to do, because as we get older, we have the joint issues. We want to strengthen with the muscles, and we need all of that. But you do have to, be proactive about your health. That's really the thing about
it. And that's the thing. I'm glad you said that. We have to be proactive about our health. And would you suggest that we being proactive, the older we get, how does that correlate between our age and the need for being proactive?
Well, it correlates because a lot of times when we get older, we tend to get stuck because we don't really think that we don't really value and think how important our health really is. And so people tend to go toward the look part of it. How do I look? But it's not just how you look, it's how you feel. So we've been talking about mindfulness and the mindset. You have to understand that you have to have your mind in the right place. So if your mind is in the right place, you can move your body to the right place. So it's just a matter of knowing.
You just dropped something. Hold on one second. We were in Clubhouse. I'd say you just dropped the gym. But you said our mind. What was that you just said? You said something about our mind, and we get our mind straight.
We can get our body straight because
our body straight. Wow.
Yeah, because we're moving. It's all in the mind anyway. When you talk about, okay, well, I'm going to lose weight. So you can say you're going to lose weight, but if it's not there, you're not going. If you lose weight, it's not going to stay there. Exactly. So what we have to do is get away from what people say we should be, and be more toward what we want to be. So at 70. People just might say I should be going somewhere and sit down. Sometimes I say that about myself. I told my daughter the other day, I'm like, I'm 70. I really don't have to do anything. But she said, Mom, whatever. But so people have that. I have clients a lot because I'm in the part of Georgia that's close to the airline. I have a lot of former airline employees, but they've worked in those jobs for 30 and 40 years.
Yeah.
And so you got feet issues, ankle issues, leg issues, and all of
Yeah.
those issues. So we, back in the day, we would work 25, 30 years in one job. So that's why we have so many lower body issues now, whereas now, they jump around a lot. So, we have to change the way we think about what we should look like. And I tell people, I said, don't always go to social media and think that's the way you're supposed to look. I said, because a lot of that is the minority and you're the majority. What do you want to look like? But more importantly, how do you
What do
want to
you want
feel?
to feel? How do you want to
Yeah,
feel? So
yes,
it's not what do I want to look like, it's
right.
how do I want to feel. And that is
Exactly.
so important. How do I
Mhm.
want to feel? And that's that holistic approach that I was
Right.
talking about. That
Mhm.
mind, body, spirit, soul,
Mhm. Yeah,
all
you
of
have to
working
have that.
together in harmony.
Yes, it has to be in harmony because if it's not in harmony, it's hard to have one without the other. Because you could always say that somebody looks really good, but what are they inside? How is their light shining?
Mm,
And that's why I say it's soul care too. It's self
yeah,
care and it's soul care because you have to take care of all those things. Because
yeah.
you don't,
All those.
and
Yeah.
then the other thing is, particularly as people are getting older, we want to have a quality of life.
Mm.
That's the main thing. We can't
Not just quantity,
control,
not just
yeah,
quantity. Hmm.
quality. We can't control if something happens to us. Okay,
Right.
we might get a disease. I'm a breast cancer survivor,
Okay. Good for
but we
you.
can't control that.
Right.
Mhm. We
Right.
can't control that. So what I said when the doctor said, "Okay, you have early stage breast cancer," and I just said, "Well, God, you know what? So what you want me to do now?" So I just have to take that attitude about it because first of all, I was educated. I've been
Mhm.
there with my friends and
Mhm.
family, and I probably was a step ahead of many people because I just had that education. I had supported events and had
Mhm.
events and all that.
Mhm.
But so you have to take, so how do I get out of that? If I got pre-diabetes, that's what does pre mean? That's your opportunity to get it right. So
Wow.
those are the kind of mindful things that I try to instill in people that I work with. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If you
I
got
like to
free
hear
time, it's your opportunity.
opportunity.
And my husband, a few years ago, we got a letter from the doctor saying that he was pre-diabetic, and
Hmm.
um, he ignored it,
Yeah.
and
Most
then
people do.
and then after ignoring it for so long, then his doctor was like, okay, now you crossed over from being pre to now we have to classify you type 2 diabetic.
Hmm.
And so then we got serious about it, and then we went to the doctor and they sent us to classes where we actually got a chance to go through nutrition classes on how to
Nutrition.
eat and all that. And it really what I learned from going through that class with him, Sheila, was it really taught us how to eat the way we were supposed to eat.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
but
Hmm.
I went through the class with him because I wanted to go as a support for him and for myself and to be educated and learn. And it changed the way I eat. It changed the way he eat. It changed the way I cook and all of that. And so it really got us back got him back moving toward a healthier A1C level. Last
Hmm.
last year, this year actually, when I went to my doctor in January, he was checking my levels and everything, and he wanted my A1C level was at a 5.7.
Uh-huh.
And
Right under, yeah.
right. And so then he said to me, I'm concerned your A1C level was higher than we really wanted to be. I needed to come back down. And so I got really serious. In January, that's when I went on my no meat fast. And I've continued even to today. And it's July and I'm still doing no meat. So I eat meatless meals. If I eat anything flesh, it's fish. I've not done anything chicken or red meat or anything like that. And then when I increased my walking, I increased my water. I was already working out, but I increased all those things and my rest. And so when I went back for my physical in June, I went back for my physical. I had dropped 2 points in my A1C.
That is, you know what? Here's the thing, and I'm not a physician. Let me do a disclaimer, but I do know that one of the things about type 2 diabetes, you could reverse it,
Mm-hmm.
and the reversal with and you maintain your proper diet and exercise and all those things you said, and people don't even understand how something like that can cause you to lose your life. You can save your own life if you put your mind in the right place. Like I said, it's an opportunity to get it right.
Yes,
Get it
and not
right.
only your life, but you can save the life of your loved ones and your friends.
Loved ones.
Listen,
Mhm.
I have a saying that self-care is a gift to yourself and a gift to those you love and those that your
Exactly.
loved ones. Because the truth of the matter is, if I'm broke down, if I don't take care of me, then that becomes a burden on my family.
Right.
That becomes a
Yeah.
burden on my husband and my children to have
Mhm.
to care for me.
Mhm.
Now, if it's something beyond my control, that's different. But if
Right.
it's something I can control, like my diet, like my exercising, getting the help that I need emotionally, and taking the time that I need solically, then I don't break down to the point where now I become a liability
Right.
on my
That
family.
someone has to take care of. Right. And even let me put in another thing too. What you taking a sabbatical, you need that mental health too.
Yeah.
That mental, you have to take time and and I know everyone can't, but you could take a weekend or you could take 2 days and it could be just
Yeah.
nothing but all about you. That's
Yeah.
not a selfish move. A selfish move is knowing that you could be better and do better and not do it. But it's not a selfish move for self-care, real self-care, and take some time out because you need that mental refreshment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Um, for me, in this season, of course, walking through grief, um, it's a different season for me. And
Mhm.
so um it's causing me to walk differently or move differently and think differently. And so I need to know now, who am I? I've had my mom for 58 years. So now who am
Mhm.
I with this new normal? And you know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is a
Right.
new place, a new normal. So I got to kind of stop
Mhm.
and sit in this moment, not rush through it. You know what I'm saying? Because grief is a
Mhm.
process. I'm not rushing through itself is a part of the process. Look like we had a little moment here.
Right.
I don't know, technology, it can be your friend and your enemy at the same time. Okay. But even processing her illness and
Right.
the caregiving that we had to
Mhm.
do, my sisters and I,
Mhm.
and now the loss, the grief.
So you have to grieve too. You have to take time to grieve. You don't even realize until something comes up and it'll just all come on you. And I know my dad passed 8 years ago, and my sisters and I, like you, I have three sisters, and I'm four. But we took turns. We were doing the caregiver, and my mom, and
Mhm.
we did at the funeral. We had no idea people were watching us. you know. And his neighbor came up to us and said, "You know what? I'm gonna tell you all, y'all sure took care of your dad." So we like, well, we didn't even know because it was just something we were doing. It was emotional. It was a lot of work, and but it was for me, it was great because every time I would go to Chicago. Every time I did something, my dad would do like this. All right, old lady, because he had a throat cancer. So he was like, oh, so he appreciated it, So it makes you feel better in the grieving process that you did all you could do.
Yeah, and my sisters and I salute my sisters along with myself. That we pulled together and we made it happen. We took care of mom, and we have no regrets. We miss her terribly, but we have no regrets because we know we did all we could do to make her life comfortable while she was here with us. So let me ask you this question: as we get older, what are some common fitness struggles for women as we age?
Well, the biggest struggle is having confidence.
Okay.
Confidence that you could get up and confidence that you could do it. And another struggle is sometimes we do have physical issues.
Okay.
And we have to get past that and know that it doesn't matter really if you've had surgery or like you mentioned your
Mhm.
friend with the shoulder problem.
Mhm.
I think the biggest thing is having confidence that we could do that and not putting yourself down, just knowing that what you want to do is have that longevity. You're not a quality of life. You're not trying to
Okay.
be Miss Beauty Queen 1969 or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
We're not trying to
so
go back to 15.
yeah. So I'm like, good, so recognize that I always say you are more better than you think you are.
Oh, okay.
And that so you don't let it stop you. You could do that. You could turn that wheel. You could get up going. So the biggest thing that I think is having the confidence that you know that you can do it, and also having people around you that motivates and inspire you. So it's good to get into a group of people. Maybe you all get out and walk, or maybe
Yeah.
you all, however you do it. Like I said, my group Monday and Wednesday, they
Hmm.
get out. We have fun because I tell them, I'm like, okay, you want to have your strength, mobility, and tone, and all that, and let's have fun and doing it. I
Yeah,
spoke to a
because we
group
can
of
have fun
seniors.
doing it.
Yeah, you can
Exactly.
have fun
Exactly.
doing it. I spoke to a group of seniors earlier this year, and this topic was they weren't happy with working out. That was the topic. So they said, "How do I be happy working out?" So I said, "Here's the deal." I said, most people dread a lot, not most, but a lot of people dread getting up working out. But
Uh-huh.
I said, what are you doing? Well, one lady said, well, I go to the gym and I get on the treadmill. And
Uh-huh.
one lady said, well, I go to a stretching class. I said, well, that's why y'all be working out. I said, you have to do something. There's something that makes you happy. It could be just walking and talking with friends. I have friends, they walk from, I know you can identify with this because you're from Chicago, but they walk from like 44th all the way downtown. On the
Oh
way
wow,
back, they stop.
that's a walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they stop
Yeah.
and go to the grocery store
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
shop
Yeah.
but they make it back. So, but
Yeah.
they have fun. They do it once a week on Tuesday and they have
Yeah.
a lot of fun. But they stop and chatter and they go to the grocery store and everything else. But you got to find what works for you. And like I tell them, I still hula hoop, jump rope,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
I said, think about what you enjoyed doing when you were young, when you were a kid. Then
Yeah.
modify that and just have fun. Just have fun with it.
Listen, Sheila, let me tell you something. And that confidence thing is so important because I think we as women, we struggle with confidence in every stage of our lives.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
know, that confidence thing, that comparing ourselves to others, to each other,
Right,
you know,
right.
feeling like you're not good enough, you don't measure up, you're not enough, all that kind of stuff, or like you said, looking at what the way somebody else looks. I was looking at a video yesterday. One of my trainer girlfriends,
Uh-huh.
and she was doing this crazy exercise. And I was looking at her and I was like, I don't think my knees could do all of that, what she's doing. But then I said, well, I ain't gonna try it either. I'm gonna do what
Right,
I can
right,
do.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
sometimes we'll look at other people and
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this girl, she's at least 10 years younger than me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so at 58, I may not be able to do what she's doing, but I can do what I'm doing.
I'm doing. And you
I
can
used
modify it,
Yeah, you
you
can
can
modify
modify
it.
it. And I
I
have
used
a
to run
friend, yeah.
more, but now I walk
Mm,
because I
right.
had foot surgery, so I can't run like I used to run.
Mhm.
Although I'm thinking about getting, I don't know, you can help me with this because I really do. One of my goals in life, I only want to do it one time. I really want to run a full marathon one time.
Mhm.
And I was like, but I have told myself, and you might be able to help me with this, because I've told myself, oh, you had that foot surgery, you'll never be able to do that again.
Right.
And
And
so
you
I
know
don't
what
know.
happens? You need, if you want to do that, get you a trainer, somebody who trains, someone who trains
Marathon.
for marathons, and then just work on it, because that shouldn't stop you. And then the first thing I would do is check with your doctor, check with your physician, make
Okay.
sure what they can tell you what to look. But then I would say go for it. I have a friend my age who does, well, she's retired from it now, but up until 68, she did triathlons, running, swimming
I'm
in Lake
writing this down.
Michigan,
I'm writing this down.
running.
Hey, I'm writing this down. That Sheila told me to get a coach, a
Get
marathon
you a
coach.
coach, a,
Uh-huh.
a coach, and go head on. I mean, I'll give you the name of my friend. She might coach you.
Okay.
But
Give me.
she did that Lake Michigan, get out, ride your bike 13 miles, run, all that. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot to it, but I've seen people do it, and I know you can do it. If
Well,
that's a goal of
and
yours, you can do it.
maybe I'll do a do they have a biathlon where you ride your bike and run?
Yeah,
Because
what you want to
I think the
do is,
triathlon thing, you have to swim, don't you?
yeah, you don't want to do that not
No,
in
I
Lake
don't want to
Michigan.
swim.
I don't
No,
know how she do that, but she
that's my
teaches
girlfriend.
swimming
She'll
too.
swim.
Yeah. But you know what? The other thing that you may want to consider is trying the half ones first. The
Yeah, and
13,
I've
the
done a half.
13.
I've done a half, and I'm thinking
Okay.
about doing another one this year, later on in the
Yeah.
fall. I've
Just
done the Publix women's half in
mhm.
Savannah, Georgia, which is a good
Okay.
place because it's kind of flat.
Right.
And
Yeah, but
I did it a few
here
years
is
ago.
hilly. It's hilly. If you can run here, you'll be able to do it anywhere, because that same person that I was telling you about who's run the Boston Marathon,
Uh-huh.
she came here for an event, and she said, I got out and ran. She said, I'm not usually tired. I said, girl, you in Atlanta, you
You
running
in
up
Georgia.
you used to Chicago with the flat land. She said, I didn't know what it was. I said, it fools you.
And I used to do the Peachtree Road Race every year.
Uh-huh.
I did.
Uh-huh.
I got pictures of me out there running in the Peachtree. And then I had
Mhm.
this foot injury. And I think what happened that you said is my confidence. I lost my confidence.
Right. So you think like I said, check with your doctor first and get a coach, and
Okay.
coach, and try it. Just go for it.
Look at you coaching me on the podcast. Look at this.
Because
The coach
I've
is
seen you
coaching the
work
coach.
out. I've seen you work out, and I know you can do it. Excuse me. I know you can do it. Mhm.
Okay. Okay, confidence. So you said, first of all, one of the things that we struggle with as women is confidence. And then you also
Mhm.
said it helps when we get with other groups. Like I have women that I walk with. I have a walking group. We walk on Tuesdays
Mhm.
and Thursdays. And if they can't go, then I go by myself. But for the most part, we've decided those are the 2 days that work for us. It's three of us that we've committed
Mhm.
to walking.
Right.
We don't live too far from each other. And so we'll meet up at the park, walk. We're planning a hiking trip later on this year, a couple of hiking trips and things of that nature. I have my girlfriend. Sometimes I walk with her. And then, being with the Harmonize Your Life self-care network that I started. I have over 100 women in this network now. And what I'm seeing, a lot of them are reporting back in some of their testimonies about being a part of this network is how much
Right.
fun it is for them to be in a group of women who really are concerned about self-care for themselves, and we encourage each other.
You identify with each other too, because you all
Because
have some of the same goals, been through some of the same things,
life
and it's just kind
experiences,
of, yeah, it's just kind of fun,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, and have fun with it. It's serious. Your health is serious, fitness is serious, but you still want to have fun, and that's how you'll get through a lot of that. And then one other thing that I notice is that I have clients that have come to me and said, "Well, you know what? I probably can't do that because my knee bothers me so much."
Okay.
Then after 2, 3 months, you don't even hear them talking about their knee anymore because they're moving.
Okay. So
They're
move your
moving.
body. That's what I
Move
tell
your
people.
body.
Move your body. And why is
Start
that
slow.
important?
I do it like the smart start. Start slow and move up. And as you progress, then you'll see improvement. And it's like repo. If you do it repetitively, it becomes easy. You
Okay.
do it often, and then you
Mhm.
make it a habit. So
Right.
that's how you get to your goal. You start because you started from somewhere,
I did. I
and
started with a treadmill. I
right.
started at 37. I was about to die. Literally, I'm serious. I was so unhealthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I was not in a good place. And
Mhm,
and when I started on this self-care journey, it was when I was 37, over 20 years ago. And
mhm,
I'm going to tell you, I started where I was. I started with a treadmill. Then it went from doing the treadmill. Then I got a membership at the Y. Then went from membership at the Y to hiring a personal trainer like yourself. I've had like 2 or 3 women that have worked with me. Right now, this is the first time I've had a male trainer. You know what I mean?
mhm,
And so
mhm.
I have a male trainer now, but I've had trainers over the years work with me.
Right.
Then it went from just my physical exercise to my mental health. That's when I started getting into going to therapy. Then I started experiencing spiritually different ways of experiencing God. My tradition, I grew up in the Baptist church. I pastor a charismatic Pentecostal church, but
Mhm,
I started going to other, experiencing God in different ways. Like I started going to the monastery right here in Conyers, and I would go and spend the night with the monks, and where you would have to
mhm,
practice silence and contemplative
mhm,
prayer and sitting and journaling and discerning. And so then it went from there to my eating, and so it became a lifestyle, a holistic, and
mhm.
what I call now a harmonizing my life, that it
Right.
includes my health, my fitness. It includes my mental health, my emotional health. It includes my spiritual life, my financial life, my relationships, my occupational health, feeling fulfilled in my work. And like you said, making those shifts and changes. Like you were in one career,
Mhm.
now you've moved over, and you, like you said, I
Right.
reinvent myself. I learned how to reinvent myself. I'm in a reinvention right now.
Right. Absolutely. And the more people understand that, the better off they'll be because, like you, I started early recognizing, like I had gained 15 pounds, and I'm like, oh no, honey. And I started walking, and then I moved to personal trainer, and then I moved to bike ride, ride a
Yeah,
bicycle.
yeah, I
And
like bike riding too.
so if you keep that mindset, and it doesn't matter, we just happen to have started a little earlier, but you can start wherever. You can start at
Wherever.
40, 50, 60, 70. I got my oldest client has been 84. So you can start wherever. It has to be something that you want. You have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired of going to the doctor and he got something else or she has something else. Oh my Lord. So you just want to go to the doctor and get a good report. I love it when my clients come back and say, my doctor said
Yes,
whatever I'm doing, keep
yes,
doing it,
yes,
or they taken off of some medication.
yes.
That's a big thing to get off of a medication.
That's
People
good.
be like, oh, but it's a big thing.
That's
It's
huge. That's
yeah,
huge. When you go and get your blood, you take your blood. Your doctor takes your blood in January, and he's concerned about your A1C level, and you go back in June, and he says you're doing a good job. That
keep
keep
that.
it up.
That's a
Whatever
win.
you do
That
it,
is a
keep
win.
doing it. Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
And
that
it
is a win.
matters. And I tell people all the time, Sheila, I've had some people say to me, well, I can't afford a personal trainer. Or I can't afford, like you said, first of all, walking is free 99.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
even if you need assistance, do something, move your body. But here, I tell people all the time, you're going to pay one way or the other. You either going to pay to be healthy or you're going to pay to be sick.
Right.
You're going to spend money on healthy food or trainers or, fitness wear or gear, whatever, signing up for a race here and there. You can spend your money there, going to the spa, getting a therapist, whatever. You can do that, or you can spend your money on co-pays,
Right.
medications.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Deductibles. all of those, all of those things.
All
So
of
you
it.
don't want
It
you,
costs to
yeah,
live and it costs to die.
right. So you just want to have that longevity. And while you living, you could be 100 years old, but then you go into the doctor every day, you got 5,000 pills and everything. Start now, get rid of, you don't have to take all of that. Even, have a doctor. Uh, you can have a doctor, you could tell your doctor, you know what, I don't really want to be on blood pressure medicine anymore.
Yes,
I have blood
yes.
pressure. And that doctor, if it's the right kind of doctor, that can help you lead you off of those or either lower your dose. You just that when we talked about earlier, being proactive. And so people will have you think that you have to take a medication all your life. Now, don't get it wrong. I'm not telling anybody to get off their medication.
I
I'm talking
understand.
about talk to your doctor about it and see if, well, doctor, what can I do to lower the dosage? Or,
Yeah.
just, and then they may say, you can't do nothing, because you might have gone to that point. But then they
Mm-hmm.
may say, well, what else? Let's look at some of the things that you could, that we could do.
Healthy
And
option.
then, if you do it, then you could work at lowering and possibly even getting off of some medication. Some people need to be on medication, but I'm just saying, get your mind there, that this is what I want to do. But
Yeah.
don't do that on your own. I don't suggest anybody to get off medication on their
No.
own, but I
No.
suggest that if you have the right doctor, they'll help you. They'll
They'll
help
help
you
you.
get off.
I was on thyroid medication for a number of years, and then I was able to be weaned off my doctor through my doctor's
Mm-hmm.
care. And as I started doing self care and exercise and all of that, drinking my water and all that, and lowering my stress, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it helped me get to a place where I was able to come off.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a thyroid storm a couple of years ago, and I had to go back on it. But I'm on a much lower dose right now
Lower dose.
than
Right.
I was
Mm-hmm.
before. And my
Mm-hmm.
goal is to come off again.
Right.
And
And so we can work on these. We don't have to always, one of the things that COVID did, it just kind of was depressing,
yeah.
uh, that all the things that was happening within our communities.
Hmm.
And it got me to really looking at, I like where I live, you that it's a medical building on every block.
Hmm.
Okay. There's three big hospitals, movie theaters, all of that. I go to other neighborhoods, you can rarely find, particularly black neighborhoods, you can rarely find
Hmm.
medical bills. They're spread it out.
Yeah.
But I live in an area that is one on every block. I am not kidding you, So we have to do better. We don't have to take those things. We have to do better about services in our community. We don't always have to go to the fast food. I notice people are doing a lot of
Hmm.
juiceries and more
Hmm.
healthy. I was in Chicago High Park, and it must have been 5 vegan restaurants, and I was glad to see those kind of things
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
because it's not always about fast food, you
No.
know and
No.
I know,
No.
and I
No.
have my,
Not at
like I
all.
told,
Not at
yeah,
all.
yeah. And
Mm-mm.
so we have to understand that our food is very serious. Our
Yes.
food is, and what we eat. And I'm not saying that you should not eat a piece of chocolate cake, because I'm gonna eat a piece of chocolate cake if I want to. But
Exactly.
what I am saying is that we have to do things in moderation,
In
you
moderation.
know. And so
Exactly.
my grandchildren were here last week, 4 of them, and my daughter shipped snacks. I said, why you ship some snacks Who does that? And I looked in the box, I said, and these are not snacks. Okay. Okay, this is candy. I don't know what you call snacks, but I knew I was going to eat some of those snacks, which I did. But then I was so glad when they left and the snacks left with them. So you can have a little fun with it, but you got to know when to say when. You got to
Yeah,
stop,
and when to
and you
pull
got to
back.
be able to get
Yeah,
back on track, because if you have that lifestyle, then you might fall down, but like you say,
we
you're gonna
fall
get
down,
up.
but we get up.
Yeah, we get up. So get the lifestyle. Just start where you are. I don't care how old you are. Start where you are,
Right where
and
you
you can get help. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You can get help, and you can get motivation. There's all kind of programs and things out here, community programs and everything. I just want to see our community get healthy. That's what I
And
want to see.
that was gonna lead me to my next to last question for you, and that was, what motivates you to do this work?
I am motivated by the fact that people are receiving something from me. They're getting something from what I do. When people send me a note and say, "I am so motivated, you inspire me," I'm motivated to do
Yeah,
more
yeah,
because I'm helping
yeah,
other people reach their health and fitness
yeah.
goals. So
That's good.
that motivates me to want to be more and to do more, and it helps me to not want to quit. And do the best that I could do for other people. And that's what I believe God has me to be a helpmate. So that's what motivates me when people make a change, they're
Mhm.
doing and they're trying and they're doing better, and they're inspired by me to. I work out now. I didn't even work out. I don't even like working out. That's what a lady told me last week. I don't even like working out, but now I'm working out after looking at you. So,
Wow, wow,
so if I could be 70 and help someone, I don't care if they're 20, 30, whatever, then that's good. That's a good
wow.
thing.
Wow, I'm so inspired by you as well. I'm so glad we connected, and
Right.
that you were able to come on our podcast today and encourage women. I mean, looking at you at 70 and all the stuff, you all got to follow her. So let me just share with them where they can find you, Sheila. Okay. So
Okay.
those of you that are being blessed by this, you can follow Sheila at her website at SheilaAgnew.com. She has a Facebook group called Fitness for Women 50 plus. No, that's our topic for tonight. This is her Facebook group, Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults. That's the Facebook group,
Right.
Lifestyle Fitness for Active Adults. So you can go there and join her group there on Facebook. You can also find her on Instagram. That's where I follow her the most. And she has her videos up there. Y'all, if y'all like my videos, but she's cuter in her videos than I am in mine. I'm
Oh,
looking a mess. But she at Sheila's 50 plus. Sheila's 50 plus.
it's,
Follow her
it's
on
Sheila's
Instagram.
Fit 50 plus. Yeah.
Sheila's Fit 50 plus. That's right. Sheila's Fit 50 plus. And it's there
Right.
on the screen, but I want to say it for those who are listening and not watching us on YouTube. So yes, our guest in the podcast studio today is Sheila Agnew McCoy. And we're discussing today fitness for women 50 plus. She has given us so many nuggets and things to consider, not just for women, but even for men who might be listening
Exactly.
to us on today. And so I want you to go and follow her there on Instagram, follow her there on Facebook, and look her up if you're needing some corrective work, learning. If you want to learn how to enjoy your workouts and you need some more, you got some issues like knee surgery or shoulder injury or anything like that may be precluding you from doing the exercises that you desire to do. Check her out because she specializes. She is certified and trained, particularly to help seniors with fitness. And so I want you to check her out. You are listening to the Harmonize Your Life Conversations on Self-Care for Women of Color podcast with your host, Dr. Toni G. Alvarado. Women, I want to encourage you to join us in the Harmonize Your Life Self-Care Network. You heard Sheila say that one of the things that helps us as we get older is being a part of groups, being a part of support groups, self-care groups, fitness groups, things that improve us so that we share similar life experiences, we have similar stories, and we can share with one another, we can encourage one another, we can grow together, we can develop together, even as we age. We are still in the game, y'all. Might be halftime for us, but we're still in the game. So let's do that. Let's get connected through the Harmonize Your Life Self-Care Network. I encourage you to join me there in the Self-Care Network. I also want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This podcast you can watch on YouTube, or you can listen to us. You can find us on Spotify, on Apple, on Google, or Anchor. We're also on internet radio at the Light 102 radio internet. You can also follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to. Try to get my YouTube subscribers up. So y'all go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll always be notified when a new podcast episode is uploaded. Thank you again, Sheila, for being a part of our podcast conversation on today. I'm going to come out of the stream for a moment, and I just want you to give us one last nugget before we sign off.
Yes, I just want to tell everyone to start smart in your fitness, and you will be surprised and very happy at the results. So start here, take steps, because you have to do a process before you get to the progress. Thank you so much for having me, and I really have enjoyed seeing this conversation.
Wow. Thank you again. I'm going to let you get back to your other work, because one of the things she is a model, an actress, and she's getting ready to do some real creative work. And so I'm looking forward to more that's coming out of you.
Started that in my 60s too.
Started acting in her 60s. See, let me tell y'all something. You women that are 50 plus, we are perfect examples. Dr. Toni and Sheila Agnew, we are examples that your life does not have to end at 50.
Okay.
Your life is not over at 55, at 60. It's not over until God says it's over. You can shift careers. You can, and y'all heard this before. We had Terry Crook on here talking about halftime. Get in the game. You're still in the game. Listen, we believe in living until we die. And that's what we're going to do, okay? As a matter of fact, go to my website and get that Live Until You Die t-shirt, because it's there on the website. You can sport it while you're working out. You can sport it while you're walking or whatever. But thank you again, Sheila, for being a part of our conversation on today. I am glad to be connected to you. I'm excited about the work that you're doing. I'm glad to be a part of your life, and I'm glad you are a part of mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
God
you.
bless.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for another episode of Harmonize Your Life Conversations on Self-Care with your host, Dr. Toni G. Alvarado. We'll be back next week with another episode. Hi, this is Dr. Toni Alvarado. I am so delighted about bringing the Harmonize Your Life podcast to you. Would you do me a favor? If you are enjoying this podcast, would you email me at hello@drtonyalvarado.com? I want to hear from you. I want your feedback. I want to know if there are any other topics that you are interested in as it relates to wellness, self-care, nutrition, or just overall bringing harmony into your life. Email me, contact me at hello@drtonyalvarado.com.